here we are back on the Thames again, and we're just working our way down to Sunbury. So at the moment it's still the non-tidal Thames. We've just come off the Way in Arran through Thames Lock. Super complicated. I thought when we went onto the Way in Arran last October that we had an annual National Trust licence, and I thought we were going to get a refund, but it turned out we had a pro rata one till the end of December, and we should have got another one for this month, you know, but that's okay. So we paid the extra that we owed, and then she said, oh, but you won't be able to have a pro rata again if you come back at the end of this year. I don't know why. You'll have to buy, she said, no, you'll have to buy an annual licence, but then they've still got to charge us the bit from November to December because their licences only run from January to December. He said, why is it so difficult? I said, can't we just pay the 4 months that we're on the Way in Arran? Well, why can't we just pay for that? But computer says no. So who knows? Hopefully they'll let us back on. We'll see. It doesn't help, I'm a bit tired, so frustrating. Anyway, we're just going to nip up to Sunbury. I don't think it's very far, and then stayed there for the afternoon, and we're booked through, well, into Brentford tomorrow, so we've got to go to Paddington Lock tomorrow afternoon and then do the bit of the tidal Thames, which will be fun, I hope. So we'll see. And then 2 weeks in London. We haven't booked any moorings. We're just going to play it by ear and see how easy or how difficult it is. Now, this is our first mooring spot. We're at a slightly jaunty angle to the bank, and we're sort of crunching around on silt and tipped up at a weird angle, so when we walk down the boat we keep banging our hips on everything. It's very shallow at the edge, but we'd sort of come to the end of the day, and there's lots of other boats moored along here, and it's a bit of a Thames thing. You sort of moor where you can. And it's alright because there's 2 big trees, so we ain't going anywhere. Well, it's a beautiful day. It's going to be the hottest day of the year so far, apparently. We're just getting ready to pole off from our very scrunchy mooring that we had last night, and we're going down towards Paddington Lock, past Hampton Court and Kew Gardens, and then when they let us through, on to Brentford. It's huge. It's fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Southern Belle. Oh yeah, it has.
Oh wow.
Wow, so fast. Oh, it's got a wheel.
Wow.
You get lots of little islands in the Thames, and you're never quite sure from a distance which way to go round. And when you get up to them, you can see an arrow. I don't know if you can see it from here. It's just over there. Luckily, we've got a pair of binoculars, so we can have a look from a distance and see which way to go. We're all lined up for Paddington Lock, floating around. We're not quite sure what's happening, whether we've got to wait for a signal. But the lock gates are against us and we can't see anyone. Usually you got somebody waving you in, but can't see anyone at the moment. Ah. apparently it's a really high tide today and it's actually going up their gardens over there, which I'm sure is something they're used to. So far it's all nice and calm. We're nice and calm. Strawberry Hill over to the left. Eel Pie Island coming up. There's a lot of these sort of dwellings on the Thames. They look like they've been moored up forever and accumulated all sorts of things around the boat. It's a bit Mad Max or that film that was set in Louisiana. Can't remember the name of it offhand. If I lived in London, I would absolutely come down here on a nice sunny day. You've got sort of countryside and water, very posh houses. Going full bore at the moment, aren't we? But it doesn't feel really fast, does it?
About full bore, I think.
Yeah. If we were doing this on a canal, there'd be a big wash all down the side, but...
It would, and you'd have people shouting at you as well. You went past them.
It's swamping everyone. But it really doesn't feel fast at all. The water's right up to the slug and lettuce. There's people sitting on, what are they called? What do you wrap your rope around? Oh, you know what I mean. Anyway, they're sitting on there in the water. How funny. Just figuring out which of the arches to go under. They have got lights on the one you go through, but not always easy to see when it's a really sunny day. Down there is where we go.
I didn't too.
Over there is Kew Royal Botanic Gardens, and very shortly we should be coming up to our lock. We think that that is our exit over there. Not easy to tell. It doesn't say anything, does it? Well, that's it. We're in London. It was a bit tricky coming around because it sort of came back on itself and we overshot and had to turn around, which is horrible in the river because it always catches you and makes you go down sideways. But Henry got in there okay, and we're through Thames Lock. So now we're going to tootle up for the next little while until we can find a mooring space for the night. Gosh, there's some enormous boats here. What a nice place to live. Well, this was our first night's mooring in London. Very nice. And we're going off this morning to do the Flight of Locks with another boat full of some guide leaders from Berkshire. Lots of nests here, but most of them just made with rubbish from the canal. Very disheartening. Well, the Berkshire ladies have gone on ahead of us. They're aiming to get to Regent's Park tonight, which is a really long day. They're quite slow as well, so they're reckoning on a 10 or 11 hour day. So we're going to get to somewhere around Paddington, and we've just turned onto the Paddington Arm and we're looking for a fuel boat, which is apparently around here somewhere. Hi, have you seen the fuel boat? Have you seen the fuel boat?
Yeah, but they're an hour ahead of you.
An hour? Wow. Another stripy boat. Well, we're nearly at the end of today. It's 3 o'clock. We've made really good progress today. Caught up with the Basingstoke ladies who are just ahead of us, and there's been mooring all the way up from Brentford to, well, practically in Paddington now. We have booked into Paddington for tonight. We need water, and Henry fancied going in there, so we've booked tonight. It's £12. But we could have moored out here because there is plenty of space, so we'll see what tomorrow brings.
We're under the A4.
We're under the A4. Everyone's very friendly. The canal is full of rubbish. I've got to stop concentrating on that. I should imagine it's quite nice in Paddington Basin. There's a curly bridge in there that was designed by Thomas Heatherwick that I'd like to see. So we should be there shortly. This mural on the wall is all made with litter from the canal. Beauty from rubbish. That's nice. Oh my god. That's not going anywhere.
Certainly not a Basingstoke.
No. It's like 2-3 stories high. Wow.
They are.
And here we are, just coming into Paddington Basin. We've got to look for pontoon 6. I think it was the last pontoon they had available tonight. Very buzzy in here. Not bad, I suppose. £12 to stay a night in London. Oh yeah. It's a real mix of the old with the new here, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a boat to rival us. That's a shame. The Thomas Heatherwick Bridge is broken. So if you haven't seen this, it curls up like a snail and folds around into a spiral. But not at the moment. Well, that's it for this video. We're safely moored up in Paddington Basin, as you can see. Next door is a lovely lady called Jo who makes her own honey. Well, her bees make her honey, so we've bought a couple of pots from her. And on the other side of her is a chap on a boat that we met on the Leek and Calden last year, so it's really nice. Anyway, tomorrow it's going to be Paddington to Hackney through Camden Lock, which I'm really excited about, having gone to Camden Lock many times in my life since I was a teenager. So it's going to be great seeing it from the water. So that's it for now. See you on the next video. Bye.
Oh, no, I feel weird about that one.